Welcome back my YouTube friends. So today's plan is we're gonna do 6 different rose styles. Rose is something what people want and what's quite common. You'll be asked to do 1 million of times. So I'm gonna give you something what I know. I'm not an expert. Don't take me as a, I don't know, god, but I'll give you as much as I can. I'm gonna tell a little bit, little things about roses. This would be realism, but I'm not gonna do the realism today. I don't have the motivation today to do realism. It's gonna take me hours and hours and hours, and I don't think I have that power in me today to do it for hours. So what we're gonna do is traditional, neo-traditional, new school, black work, and tribal. Why tribal? Why not? So we're gonna start with traditional. So back in the days they didn't have a lot of machines and they didn't have a lot of needles. They made needles themselves before they tattooed. Basically they went home after all day work and then built their own needles to tattoo next day. So it was all limited the size wise. So what they mostly did was big and bold. So big magnums and a big liner. So to make these small ones was really hard and complicated for them. So traditional rose is mostly done with big bold line, one single pass, really clean and crisp and solid color. With solid I mean solid color. And plus back in the days there was limited there were limited colors, so it was all down to basics: black, red, green, yellow, that. So if you want a red rose they literally picked black and red, solid, done. The way they do it is big solid outline, start from the black, literally from edges, shade outwards. With the black I mean black, solid black, then goes into red, and see this here, that should be clean skin. They left always a lot of clean skin to breathe. And then some guys thought this one's quite cool, but they can make their own. So it developed into neo-traditional, which is same kind of version. They still got bold lines, but this one is a bit closer to this generation, which means they got different line sizes. So you can go with big bold outside and you can have smaller ones inside, and the colors improved as well, which means now you don't need to do solid red, but you can shade in multiple colors and make it more 3D. It's solid, but it's more realistic, more shapes, more shadows, more details to it. And then from this one, it developed into new school. Some people were pushing the boundaries, how far they can bend stuff, but still make it readable. And that's how new school born. People taking general shapes of anything, even this pencil, and they would they could make it over exaggerate, that's the word for it. They would make this one bigger, maybe the body small, this could be massive, it could be bent, it could be twisted. As long as it looks like pen, it's alright. They do different angles, they twist and turn and curve and whatever you want to do with it. And same it goes with the color. Color goes really wild, they over exaggerate. So when it's dark, when it's light, they make a really light. Colors really bright, full. If you do pale, that's not allowed, that's not an option. It has to be really vibrant, really outstanding, really push to the limits. Like whatever you do, you just push to the limits. And this is for the rock stars, for the cool kids. For black work, it's more for like settler people. So people took from neo-traditional, add way more details and created black work. Black work is mostly done with really fine line. You can use 3 liners, you can use maybe 1 max or single needle, but it goes down to the smallest details, to the smallest points, every single little bit. You can spend hours and hours just to do one rose, to make it really neat. It's really crisp, outstanding, clean. You can see from miles away it's a rose. You still do darks in the corners and you do really light lights. It's dead soft, it's dead precise. I'm pretty sure you have seen one rose somewhere, so that's black work. That's what we're gonna do as well today. And because I needed the 6th style, I just went for the tribal. For the tribal, what people mostly do is You don't need to worry about different line sizes because it all goes into black anyway. All you gotta do is make sure the lines are extremely crisp. It has to look like it's printed out. Then if you use the tool physically on the human skin, you have to make sure that your outline is the same color as the color in between. So which means you have to pack in black as dark as the outline, so the whole thing becomes one. You can't have outline darker than the inside, the filling. Yeah, that's where people sometimes fall short. And the lines, I'll repeat that again, the lines has to be dead clean. It has to look like somebody just printed out from computer and stuck on a person. That's clean tribal. What you mostly do is take the general shapes and simplify as much as you can. Almost it becomes a silhouette, but still you add some little details there and there, and you twist a little bit to make it more beautiful, more neat, but still the image has to look like that image. When you look at it, you know exactly what that is. It's simplified to the smallest detail, but it has to look like that. And this would be our sixth style, realism. But as I said, I don't feel I have that much time. Plus, I don't think I want to spend like 4 hours doing realism, because when you do realism, it has to look like realism. It has to look like a photo, like somebody just took a photo, printed out on this part of the section, and it has to look dead clean. Really smooth shading. It all goes down to lights and shadows, contrast, readability, all these little essential skills, and that makes realism. It has to look like a photo. So when it comes to this one, it's all about full saturation and really bold, clean outline. This one's pretty much the same, but you can have a little bit more fun. With this one you can go crazy as you want to go. Full saturation, really clean, over exaggeration, bending, twisting. Yeah. Then black work is really fine line, precise, extreme clean hands, dead. And for the tribal, basically it's clean, black, solid, and like it's printed. For realism, it's all about shading, all about lights and shadows, and the relationships in between. Now I'm gonna go over the time lapse, and you're gonna see side of me from there to there to there to there to there, and not this one. I think it's enough talking, and let's do some lines. So I just filmed the video with my phone. It overheated and didn't save the video. I filmed a time-lapse video on this as I shaded from black out and then added some color. But yep, there's no time-lapse video for this one, so next time we're gonna crack on this one. say is everybody does different style. What I mean is the way I do my black work won't be the other person's doing black work. Same comes to like traditional. A lot of people do different ones. I did this one because I wanted to that way, but yeah. So don't take this as a like, I don't know, full explanation or this is how it's supposed to be. It's just something what I do, I prefer, and it's my way of doing stuff. So as long as you understand how black work is different to that and how that is different to that, you can have a look on Google and YouTube. There's a lot more people doing stuff, but as long as I give you major explanation what is what, I'm happy. So we did a tribal, we did a black work, we did traditional. Next one either gonna be new school, and then realism. I'm gonna delete this and I'll do my own rows. I kind of created my own rows based on the symbol I'll put all in my designs. It's one of those, you must see that before, and a girl's foreheads and all sorts. I put them in everywhere where I can. So yeah, I'm gonna put my own rows down here. I would say it's a mixture of all these styles into one except tribal. That's not part of. But I like color mix. I like fine details. I like the boldness, cleanness from that. So it's pretty much. I don't think I've put a new school in my own rows in there. Nothing is over exaggerated. You'll see the rows gonna be here. So it's gonna be a mixture of these three styles, and yeah, let's crack on. So new school, people like to over-exaggerate, and even the fact that petals are overlapping each other, they do like to over-exaggerate, which means all this, you can see, is connected together. I forgot one line, but no. So even the fact that this is together and all these petals go behind it, they like to not touch it, so making this float on top of that. So you make the effect more of a shading. You add it darker ends, and as you go lighter and you go lighter. So this one is behind it, underneath. Where this one you do more saturated, more contrast, makes it look on top of it. So even the fact that it's overlapping each other, they over-exaggerate, leaving some skin breaks on there. So that line there, don't touch. This area doesn't touch, small one. But yeah, even the fact that it's lapping each other, they like to over-exaggerate. So they do. Me personally, I'm not really a new school artist, so I just know these tips and tricks, and I just pass it to you guys.
All